Good.
All right, thank you, Ryan. I'm sorry for that start. I just jumped the gun there. I have to go to the back of the line. This is Councilman Britt Moore, High Point Council Chambers, calling to order our Finance Committee meeting for Thursday, March 16th. It's a fairly short agenda, so it should move quickly. Do have with me here Councilman Michael Holmes, Councilman Victor Jones, and I believe we expect Councilman Peters, but we're going to go ahead and start because we have a quorum. The first item on our agenda is 2023-126. It's a sole source contract. Jeremy Coble, our Customer Service Director. Hadn't seen you up here in a while.
Hopefully I can make more regular appearances.
Let's see how it goes.
That's right. Well, thank you. Afternoon, council members. This is a sole source purchase for 3,500 Itron 100W ERTs or encoder receiver transmitters and 100 ERT antenna kits. These are used for our current AMR reading process for meter reading for water, and they will also be repurposed and used in our future AMI process. Itron is the only manufacturer of this, and United Systems is our sole source provider for these particular products here in the Southeast.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
The fact that they're the only provider, what's fallback plan if you have problems?
It's a great question. I have heard that some of the really large municipalities have a direct connection with Itron. We used to purchase these products from Itron years ago, and then Itron stopped servicing customers and they just outsourced all this. Our plan, if worst case scenario, which we certainly hope that doesn't happen, is to then deal directly with Itron. And we have a good relationship with them. We deal with them on other products and our meter reading software. So I feel like we would definitely have a good avenue to go to if push came to shove.
In terms of cost savings, is it preferable to deal directly with Itron?
Well, they won't deal with us now. Yeah, we have inquired and they will not deal with us directly. But if we had an emergency, I feel like us being a longtime customer of Itron products, 15 years plus, I imagine they would most likely try to help us out based on our relationship. But in our inquiries recently, they won't sell to us directly.
I'm sorry.
No, please, go ahead.
No, have we established that contingency plan with them to say, hey, if we run into issues with the supplier?
That has not been formalized, but I can certainly go down that path and see if we can get that in place.
Yeah, I think that would probably, I know for me,
Yeah.
it would take some of the, anxiety out of that if there was ever a hiccup somewhere, just to go ahead and have that formalized.
Absolutely.
Good idea. Is Itron's business model now going all through distributors?
Yes.
So even the big fish, the big,
The one I know of is Charlotte, and they're certainly a big fish.
Yeah.
Speaking with their public services director several months ago, they had just kind of in passing made mention that they were dealing directly with Itron. Now, with that said, they really haven't had quote better service. A lot of these things are still wrapped up in supply chain issues. These could be anywhere from 6 to 12 months, honestly, until we receive them.
So this, I'm sorry,
please, go ahead.
the number of units that we're purchasing now, in terms of our stock, how many of these will go into service now? How many will be?
We will put all of them in service. We have approximately 10,000 or so that we still need to either replace old versions that are going, their battery life is dying, or there are old touch read versions. So all of these will end up going into the field. We have approximately 2,000 on hand.
Yeah.
We keep some just for emergencies, and we've had to beg, borrow, and steal a little bit and get piecemeal orders to build that up.
Okay.
And just for the committee's knowledge, in the packet, there is a letter from Itron to the city stating that United Systems is the sole distributor for North Carolina So it does formalize that part of
Okay.
the relationship.
Except for Charlotte.
And now, I will say that's some hearsay, so that I would, would want to clarify
It
that.
wouldn't surprise me. I'm just curious how the whole setup was, and
Yeah.
and that's why I brought up, a fallback plan.
Sure.
If you had one.
Absolutely.
So, anything else? See, if you'd come more often, we wouldn't be so hard.
Well, I think I'll be here next Finance Committee with somewhat related topics, so I look forward to it.
Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve item 2023-126.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next item is 2023-127. This is about the sale of right-of-way and easements. Showing, there she is, Ms. Kim Thor.
Yes, good evening, everybody.
You too.
We'd like to get council approval to let some right-of-way permanent easement and drainage easement to NCDOT for the Johnson Street Sandy Ridge Road widening. This is some property that's part of the 1,320 acre tract Oak Hollow Lake property. There is 32,232 square feet of right-of-way, 22,400 square feet of permanent drainage easement, and 10,889 square feet of utility easement along Johnson Street there at the bridge. They offered us 6,000, which is really 10% of the 75,000 per acre that it appraised at, but I was able to get them up to 12,000 because, they say that's not very valuable being down there
Right.
at the bridge and in the lake or whatever, so we were able to get 12,000 offer out of that.
Driving a steep park, and that's what, about 3/4 of an acre, right? 75, so, all right, well, certainly necessary, and that project needs to get moving. Any other comments, questions? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve item 2023-127. There's a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. The next item is item 2023-129. We welcome Councilwoman Peters. And this is a performance-based incentive request, and we'll hear from our Economic Director, Sandy Dunbeck.
Good afternoon, and thank you. I am Sandy Dunbeck, and this is a request for incentives from the company Eichholz, who has showroom space here on Hamilton Street in the former Christopher Guy space, but they're proposing to have a U.S. headquarters at the 275 North Elm building. The company themselves will be here on Monday evening with a presentation, and the EDC will provide an introduction, but they will be relocating 5 positions and creating 10 high-paying jobs, 71,666. So we'll look forward to sharing that with you on Monday evening.
Anybody? Did they give you a target, if approved and goes through, when they hope to physically get in there?
As soon as the upfits are done, so I think these companies really want to move forward quickly, so the others are getting very close as well.
It'd be nice if they can get in shortly after the April market and get ready for the October. Anything else? Then I will make a motion to approve item 2023-129.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. It's been a lot of fun. Do y'all not have anything else for us today? Wow. Well, good. Those all look like pretty good deals. Any other comments to come before the committee? Hearing none, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.